Hey, look, we're back. And where we last left off, we had made our way to this cavern that a couple of humans found in our forest, only to be quickly and suddenly surprised that, hey, they actually were telling the truth, and we were attacked by skeletons, and a darkspawn bear, and spiders. And then Tamlin disappeared in the cave because he was an idiot for going in there wanting to investigate alone. But as it goes, man, as it goes. That being said, we need to talk about something going on in the entertainment industry. Before I continue, though, I would like to say hello to my newest follower, San Legion PK. Welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Either way, I need to talk about something going on in the entertainment industry. So this quantum TV thing, right? Oh, hi. There's a bug on my ceiling. Give me a second. And now there's no longer a bug on my ceiling. Anyway, so this quantum TV thing, right? For the people who don't know the full story, here's a quick cliff notes. A YouTuber who's actually normally does TV reviews made a take on Elden Ring that wasn't well accepted. He had backlash. His backlash got laughed at by people. In his backlash, he decided to abuse the copyright content system to get people, because he couldn't take the bad criticism he was getting. Sorry man, it's the internet. If you have takes, people are allowed to make opinions from them, and you can't just copyright strike them. It's not how it works. But he had bad takes, and eventually, his bad Elden Ring take eventually got him to the point where a big YouTuber, Ackman TV, made a video calling out his bad take, to which Quantum then had a negative reaction, and then copyright struck him. For which Ackman then retaliated, rightfully so, because dude's breaking the rules and it's taking him to court, and then, got his thing up, try to get his thing appealed. One problem. For whatever reason, even though it is blatantly clear here that Quantum TV is in the wrong, and we've seen that he's in the wrong, and he has no ground to say that he's in the right, for some reason, YouTube sided with him. And since YouTube won't talk up about it, people are very confused, because the exact same things that Quantum TV has done has gotten many other content creators, many other bad actor content creators, straight up banned on the website. So the fact that Quantum gets to keep doing this is confusing the fuck out of people, right? In his confusion, and in his frustration that YouTube not only refuses to respond and explain why Quantum is in the right here, because they are going completely cold on this. They're just saying that Quantum's right by not banning his shit and by leaving Ackman's shit banned, and then not saying anything. These are some really long clip notes. That they're effectively supporting this guy. One problem is, people have then gone into his past and his current past and see that he says really racist, homophobic, transphobic, and just hurtful things. He advocates for people who don't agree with his opinion to go kill themselves. He straight up calls people, mulatto people, people of both black and white descent, half-breeds. What the fuck? He straight up was at the shooting, one of the recent shootings, I believe in Las Vegas, where a bunch of gay people died. He was like, yes, sweet, gay people died. Same thing, he is currently transphobic. This is all on his Twitter, mind you. And you might be saying, well, Twitter doesn't count. If that's the case, why was Ackman punished for saying something on Twitter, but Quantum TV not? It's kind of blatantly clear at this point that Quantum has someone up there, high up on YouTube, who's defending him. Or the person who's doing all this is so up their own ass, they don't want to say they're in the wrong. Either way, the fact that Ackman is getting punished here, and now other YouTubers now, like Review Tech USA, got a content guideline strike on his channel, is just worrying. Mind you, there are literal videos of Quantum TV telling people to kill themselves, telling the homosexuals to kill themselves, trans people to kill themselves. There is video proof of this, and yet Quantum somehow on the right. The fact that in Pride Month, YouTube is siding with a transphobic, racist, homophobic piece of shit like him, I want to know, please speak up, YouTube. We'd love to hear what you have to say about this. Anyway, now that this 5-minute ramble's over, let's actually keep playing this game. These load times are quick. Alright. So we just talked to our keeper here, saying, hey, you should go into the forest and find your friend. And he can wait. Brother, helmet, rough. Yeah, I'll take it. Small scroll. Codex City Dwelling Elves.
Losing Tamlin would be a bad sign. He's one of our most promising hunters.
That's a shame.
So you have returned to us, Dalen. We are grateful you're whole and well.
So you should be. What were you two thinking, wandering into that cave without first coming to tell the Keeper?
I suppose your youth can be forgiven. Sadly, Tamlin pays the price.
Losing you would be a terrible crime, Dalen. You belong to more than just yourself, or do you not remember?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Haren. I'll try harder next time.
Would you even know the reason behind your efforts? I wonder. Let us tell these children of the fall of the Dales. You can honor me by sharing in the telling.
Certainly, Haren.
Come then. Help me as I go along. Children, hear of the fall of the Dales. Hear the tale of what makes you Dalish. Would you care to begin, Dalen?
Long ago, we were slaves to the humans.
Yes, slaves to a terrible empire the humans built on the darkest magic. When it fell, we became free. We built a homeland in the Dales, worshipping the creators, and rebuilding the culture and history we lost in our long years of slavery.
If you ever lost your bow, it's a lot like that.
But the humans would not leave us be. They were resentful, because we would not worship their gods, and because we put our people first. Over the years, their nations grew cold toward the Dales. In their eyes, we were blasphemers and cruel tyrants. A war erupted. The humans invaded our homeland in the name of their one god, denouncing our sacrilegious nation. And so the Dales fell. They took our lands and dispersed our people, forcing us to live in their cities and abandon our gods. But many of us refused to relinquish our ways. We instead chose to scatter to the winds, wandering the land.
That's a very ornate dress for children out of
our
the woods.
culture. The clans
Also, I just
stay
realized I don't
apart
have the exact same outfit
until
on.
the day the Elvenon have a homeland once more. We shall then return the old ways to those of our people who have lost them. We are the Dalish, keepers of the lost lore, walkers of the lonely path.
We are the last Eleven. Never again shall we submit.
The oath of the Dales, and no smart-mouthed comment. Thank the creators for small mercies. I will let you get back to your tasks. I pray you find Tamlin quickly.
What do you know about that Grey Warden?
The one who brought you back? Very little. He seemed decent enough as humans go. As for Grey Wardens, they're heroes without a doubt. Members of our own clan joined their ranks in ages past.
What do you know about the Darkspawn?
Only that they eat living flesh and lurk in underground tunnels, once ruled by the Dergenlen, the dwarves. In the last blight long ago, the Grey Wardens all but wiped them out. Should they return, all races will shudder.
Did elves ever live in caves?
I've never heard of such a thing. But in the days of ancient Arlathan, we lived free and spread far across the continent. We were as varied as the Shemlin, though fewer in number. Perhaps some of us lived in caves then, but all knowledge from that era is lost.
I should go.
Of course. May the gods guide your path, Dalen.
I miss Tamlin. I want him to come home.
Thank the creators. We were sure we'd lose you last night.
I'm good. Hey, look, a book. History of Ferelden. Dagger. Clan shield. Take everything, by the way. Just trust me on that. Not possible to pick. Scroll. Larthan part.
Can I get you a lamp
This.
so you can get off my back?
But yeah, just trust me. Take literally everything that isn't nailed down in this game, because you can sell it. And I'm pretty sure I need 15. Was it 12 or 15 gold that I needed to get the item I needed? I can't remember off the top of my head. Fuck. Fenharo.
All right.
The Dreadwolf. You don't know it, but for people who play Dragon Age 3, this guy right here is incredibly important. Like, actually one of the most important characters in the entire fucking series. Eldest of the Sun.
Is the Keeper sending you back to that cave to look for Tamlin?
Yes, I'm going with Meryl.
I want to go with you. Keeper Marathari probably won't approve, but I can help find Tamlin.
I'm only supposed to take Meryl.
Tamlin's my friend too. I want to help find him. If Meryl can risk it, so can I.
Alright, come with us.
Good. I'll follow you. Just to make sure Meryl doesn't go running to the Keeper when you tell her I'm coming.
I'm gonna tell the Keeper. It only makes sense.
I see you have not left with Meryl yet. Is there something you need?
I want to bring Fenrel with us to the cave.
Fenrel? Are you certain? I'm already putting Meryl at risk. I don't want to lose you too.
I want to help Keeper. If we can find Tamlin, it's worth the risk.
Very well then. You have my permission. And thank you for asking for it.
Yeah, see? You just gotta ask. She's rightfully worried. She literally just lost one of her family members, I guess. I don't think she wants to lose another. Oh, this is better, isn't it? Yes. Crit, armor penetration, range, and a better strength with rapid fire. Cool. Alright, let's equip it. And equipped.
I miss Tamlin. I
Thank
want
the
him to
creators.
come home.
We were sure we'd lose you last night. I'm glad you survived. Losing 2 of our young would be a great blow to the clan.
That Shemlin was a Grey Warden. They are supposed to be great warriors.
You don't know the half of it.
Anathara, it's good to see you recovered.
How are the Hollow feeling, Marin?
They fare well. The Keeper called for the clan to move on, and they will be ready to take us. One is heavy with calf, but it shouldn't be a problem. May I ask of Tamlin's fate? Some say the clan will leave before we find him.
I won't allow that to happen.
The Hala mourn our fallen. No sound is more heart-wrenching than their mourning cry. At least they won't be crying over you. They are quite fond of you.
The Hollow are beautiful creatures.
I admire them for their strength and pride. They are equals, not servants like the Shemlin horses. At any rate, I do not envy the Keeper's decision. I'll pray for Tamlin's safe return. Anathara, it's good to see you recovered. They fare well. May I ask of Tamlin's fate? Some say the clan will... The Hala mo... At least they won't be crying over you. They're more friends than servants. At any rate...
Okay. Just make sure there wasn't anything different. Wasn't there a way to, like, actually interact with one of these guys? Guess not.
It's good to see you healthy. We feared you would perish.
I'm glad you've recovered. Once we find Tamlin, we can concentrate on the journey northward.
Thank you for the bow, Master Island. It is light and sturdy, much better than the one I made last year.
You are more than welcome. My father made it and used it in battle against the Clane tribes.
I will carry it with honor.
Can I ask for you for a bow as well, Master Island?
One of my own crafting, perhaps?
Yes, thank you. And that, my friends, is why the Persuade is
May
OP.
not have a history, but you'll provide one for it soon enough, yes?
I'm I'd like to hear your story of your father's battle.
Then I am proud to tell it. Our clan was one of the first to flee the Dales. When we came to Ferelden, the fiercest of the Shemlin were the barbarians known as the Clane. We didn't wait for them to attack us. Every Dalish clan in Ferelden united to bring the battle to them.
There are more Danish clans in Ferelden?
In Ferelden, in Orlais, wherever there are lands the humans cannot hold, we bring our Aravels. You met some at the last gathering. The ensuing battle went well for us. That day, we carved out our reputation of being the deadliest archers. Our arrows won us the right to wander these woods at will. It was this very bow that my father used that day.
Thank you for the tale, Master Island, and especially the bow.
Yeah, Dalish elves are effectively almost Native Americans. Why would you relinquish such a relic?
We are all the same clan. His hand is as my hand. I have relinquished nothing. It was my father who first spoke of the Vir Tanadal, the three ways of the hunter. The first is the Vir Asan, the way of the arrow, to reach for our goal unrelenting. The second is the Vir Borasan, the way of the bow, to bend, but not to break. The last is the Vir Adalen, the way of the wood. We are as ancient as the forests, each tree a part of the greater land. All Dalish are united in this. One day, we shall have a homeland again.
Yeah, see your craftsman.
Of course. Take whatever you need.
Alright, what we got? Acid flask. Don't plan to do that. I want to try to save my money, honestly. Alright, so I don't need... Am I really about to sell? Oh, this seems like such a fucked up shit to do. Ah, this bow that you were just saying that you got from your father? Ah, thanks. I'm gonna sell it back to you. Okay. Yeah, you understand. Sell and sell. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that for right now. I don't need the shield. Worse and worse. Technically better. Okay. My problem with traps in this game is that you always gotta like kind of effectively pre-know where fights are. And I do know where a decent amount of fights are, but not all of them by heart. So that kind of stops my viability just setting up traps. Don't use shields. Technically this would be far better, but I don't have the money for it. Yeah. So, what did I get? That was better. Oh, I need 11 strength for this. Shit. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I think I need either 12 or 15 gold to get the ability to get the item I'm taking up, by the way. You've just gained access to your first store. Here you can buy or sell items. Various stores are scattered throughout the world. While transaction is open, you may use the buyback function to reverse any accidental sales or purchase at no loss of money. Once the deal is closed, however, the items become the full property of the shopkeeper and are only available at full price. Oop, let me not actually stand in front of you.
Ah, it's good you're well. You weren't here when Paul arrived, were you?
I've heard of you. Everyone is talking about you and the other missing hunter. A Grey Warden brought you back here.
You're not Dalish, are you?
That obvious, is it? I just found your camp a couple of days ago. A lucky thing. I heard rumors in a nearby human village that a Dalish camp was close, and I hope to find your hunters in the forest.
You were fortunate I didn't shoot you, Paul. I thought you were a Shem, and a bandit at that. You're not the first city elf to rejoin his people. I'm sure you'll find life among us more satisfying than with the Shems, if no less harsh.
In the alienage, we hear terrible stories about the Dalish. They aren't true, right?
Only the part where you sacrifice young ups to the gods.
Ha! That's funny. It is funny, right? You don't actually do that. It was good to meet you. Perhaps I'll get to hunt with you someday.
I've never been to a Shemlin city. What's it like?
You've never been to a city? Surely you've at least visited a town.
We occasionally trade with the Shemlin in small villages, but only a few in the clan can undertake that task.
I can't imagine never having seen a city. It's crowded, with buildings all squeezed together. There are people everywhere, and it always stinks.
And elves live with the shaman?
Only if they're servants. Most of us live in a part of the city called an alienage, separated from the humans by walls. That's where all the poorest folk live. Laborers, dockhands, and thieves. And that's if you're lucky.
That hardly sounds like freedom.
We don't think about it like that. To most folks, that's just how it is.
Do elves in the city learn to fight or shoot a bow?
Andraste's mercy, no. No one is allowed to walk around with any weapon. Fighting just gets you arrested. And I've never had to leave the city before. Much less learn how to hunt.
We hear city elves don't know what it means to be elven.
Well, back in the city we hear the same about you. Stories about Dalish bandits attacking people for no reason.
We would never resort to banditry.
I'm just saying that's what we hear. And it's elves who say these things too, not humans.
They just don't know the truth.
Even if they did, I honestly don't think most of them would want to leave. Wandering and hunting doesn't sound like much of a life.
At least they would live as free men, and as equals.
Maybe. But to most elves I know, the only difference between them and humans is how much coin they have. Coin is the great equalizer, not living free.
To be fair, why'd you leave the city?
I got into trouble for stealing. I'm not a thief. We just never really had a choice. Mother was a maid, and I was lucky if I could get work at the docks. You make a living however you can, right? When Mother died, I got drunk and was caught picking a guard's pocket. They were going to hang me.
I believe
but
if you choose City Elf, this guy takes part of your storyline. You don't have to resort to that anymore.
I'll do my best to adjust and fit in. I never dreamed you'd be so welcoming. I thought at best you might hide me for a bit. I'm glad I was wrong.
I should go.
Of course. I hope to see you again.
I'm training Paul. He'll have to learn how to handle that bow quickly.
It was good to meet you. Perhaps I'll get to hunt with you someday. Of course.
Alright. Talk to the hunter, talk to Island, sold the shit he just gave me.
I'm glad you survived. Losing two of our young would be a great blow to the clan.
Tamlin dead?
Great warriors.
Everybody says he's not coming back.
Well, they're wrong. We're getting him back, kid.
Creators, it is so good to see you whole and well. I was so worried.
Eneth Aura Ashali. It's good to see you too.
All that time you were ill, the Keeper didn't know if you were going to live or die. I've been outside the Keeper's tent the whole time. I have never been so relieved as when I heard you would pull through. What happened? Everyone says Tamlin may be dead.
I shouldn't say just yet.
That's awful. He's been a good friend to you since you were fledglings. You must be more careful. Your mother and father, may they rest in peace, will be horrified to see
dead mother and father, so they can't get away in the way of us going on our grand journey. You never spoke of my parents much, Ashali.
What happened to them is a sad tale, and it's in the past. Reopening old wounds benefits no one.
Don't we Danish strive to learn of our past?
True. Perhaps you're old enough to hear this, though it hardly seems like the right time.
Is there ever a good time?
Very well. If I do not tell you now, you'll only wonder. Your mother was a hunter, one of the finest, and your father was the Keeper before Marathari. He was with us for a very long time. Your mother was from another clan, and her elders did not approve of the match. She and your father had to meet in secret. One day, bandits caught them alone in the forest. Your father was killed, but your mother escaped.
Humans killed my father?
Yes, but also city elves, too. Those of our kind living with humans do not hold to the old ways. Your mother held to life long enough to give birth to you. But grief racked her heart. One night she...
Yo, that's fucked.
She simply walked into
Metal
the
as
moonlight
shit, though.
and never returned.
I don't know what to say.
The clan decided not to discuss this around you, lest it poison your heart with sadness.
No, I understand.
Our people have learned to live with much sorrow. It seemed only right that we not dwell on it. Your mother did leave you a gift. Something of your father's for you to have once you were older. Perhaps the time has come.
Oh? Where is it?
Take this key. You'll see some chests behind the storage Aravel by the Halapan. One of them was
So
your mother's.
that's what the
Its
chest
contents
was.
are yours if you wish.
But yeah, that's why you want to raise Persuade and in this game. The higher your Persuade is, the more literal content you'll get out of this game. So really, if you can rush and level that shit up, you should rush and level that shit up. Let's see, Ash Warrior Axe and Heirloom Necklace. Words are hard. Nice. And notice I'm also talking with everybody. I'm almost getting to the point where I'm almost hitting level 3. And this is just by talking to people. This is why you should talk to people in this game. If they're named, talk to them.
Yes, my dear?
Just saying hello.
That's...
Okay, what's in the box? Rough leather helm. I'll take it all. Thank you. Oh, really?
Can we trust this Grey
Why
Warden?
do we have to leave again?
How do we know
We're
he didn't
always
hurt
going
Tamlin?
somewhere. Why can't I go to the Shem City?
You don't want to go there, kid. Aravels. I'm like 90% sure this character right here is a playable character in Dragon Age 2, I believe.
The Keeper told me I'm to accompany you back to those caves. As her apprentice, I may see something you missed. But our main objective is to find Tamlin, of course. We must make haste. He may not have much time.
Ephemeral is coming with us. Any objections?
That depends on the Keeper. I thought we're supposed to go alone.
The Keeper's fine with it.
That's good enough for me. Now, are we ready?
Aren't you worried about getting sick?
A little, but the Keeper cured you. How dangerous could it be? Even if I get sick, finding Tamlin or something valuable will be worth it.
I need supplies.
Master Island could help you, but do not tear.
Fun fact. She is technically... So one of the reasons why mages are basically sent to a private school is because of the danger of what a mage can do. Mages are technically one of the most powerful kind of entities in this game, and they have a access of magic called blood magic, or instead of using the natural lyrium in like the world to cast magic, they use their own blood, which is a fairly bit more powerful source. But the only way to get blood magic is to either be taught by another blood mage, or to be taught by a demon. Obviously, demons use blood magic as one of the ways to force mages into going corrupt and, possessing their body. But blood magic is incredibly powerful. She's a blood mage. She just doesn't say it.
Are you ready to go now?
How much of our lore do you know?
Less than I'd like to. I know some of our old magic, as the Keeper does, and I'll know about these relics if I see them. The Keeper isn't sending me to collect anything, however. We're worried about Tamlin.
How much did the Keeper tell you?
Enough to pique my interest and my concern. You can explain the rest on the way.
Let's go.
And let us make haste while daylight lasts.
Yo, that load time is real nice, though. Really nice. So, the powers of magic are significant, but can be uncontrollable. Mages have access to spells like Fireball that affect a whole area rather than just a single target. Although spells are useful against groups of enemies, they are also indiscriminate and will harm friend and foe alike. At ease of difficulty, parties take no damage from friendly fire. So effectively, we had to be careful. Oh, look, Darkspawn. We had to be careful with how we switch weapons, going on that guy. When it comes to magic, right? Magic has AoE and will hit your friends depending on where you place it. So you gotta be careful with that. Let's cast weakness on you. And let's go. Okay, you're casting okay.
those things? Were those darkspawn?
You're asking me?
I've never seen anything like them. You can smell the evil on them. Where did they come from? Were they here before?
I think I would have noticed.
Let's move on and hope we don't meet any more of these monsters. Before we go, are you all right? Were you hurt during the fight?
I'm fine. Why do you ask?
You do look quite pale now that Meryl's mentioned it.
What are you implying?
Nothing. Forget I said anything. Let's go.
Spoilers. I told them I'm okay, narrator. She was actually very not okay. Darkspawn, Iron Shield. They might be asking, why am I not equipping these guys? They're temporary. Don't worry, I actually put gear on the people who aren't temporary. These guys are temporary.
I wonder whose camp this is. Do you remember it being here?
Maybe it belongs to the Shemlin who found me?
You're probably right. Didn't he say he was headed back to the cave? If so, he's not here now. We've seen no sign of Tamlin. Maybe we should... Wait. Do you hear that?
No forest creatures do quiet.
Exactly. The forest is too still. Something's in the air. Something unnatural.
Careful, I don't like this.
It seems whatever you woke up inside that cave has spread outside. The sooner we find this cave and Tamlin, the sooner we can leave. Take us there quickly.
Okay, so let's pass this way. And we got more darkspawn. So you use this here. Use weakness here.
I shall.
Okay. And use this here. Back up.
Got it.
Back up. So, mages have things like buffs. Notice how she cast a buff that gave us.
I need a fight.
No. Stay back here. Yeah, she cast a buff that applies a free fire damage. So that red 4 that popped up, each time he lands a hit, he does extra fire damage now. Deathroot Extract. Nope. Genlock. Thank you. Yes. Tamlin. Oh wow, dead.
So
yeah.
these are the ruins. Interesting. They're definitely of human origin, yet elven artifacts are scattered amongst them. Nothing explains the monsters, though. But we must find Tamlin, or what's left of him. I can't imagine he's still alive with those creatures about.
Don't talk like that. You don't know.
You're right. We should explore farther before I go on about my fears. I'm sorry.
So man wrecked all these darkspawn by himself. Jesus. No.
Let's see some blood.
Bitch just shot me in the fucking knee. He shot me in the thigh. Shit. Nice hit.
Now's better than later.
Chainmail, thank you.
All right.
Okay. Please, game, thank you. Away from me. time running to me and let my allies kill you. I'm okay with that. Anyway, 3 more. Yeah, I'll get 3 more into Dex. We will level up. Let's see, pinning shots or rapid shot. Both are really good. And let's get a sustained rapid shot. Hi. You want to get in there, buddy? No? Okay. Take this. They're coming. Potion before you die. Use here. I'm not going down easily. I'm gonna be losing soon, but still. Let's cast a weakness. Yeah. Cast weakness on him, please.
I'm here. We can't let this stop us.
It's kind of surprising how many characters. Oh god. Are voiced by Yuri Lowenthal in this game. I'm going to show you this ability. It's literally burning hands. It's the spell burning hands. Why did I run into melee range there? Anyway. Darkspawn staff. So as you see, mages attack with just their staff, doing that little weird pointing animation. In Dragon Age 2, they get a cool little flurry that looks something almost like out of Terra or Black Desert Online. It's kind of neat, actually. Hey, it's Duncan. Before I talk, damn it.
So you were the one fighting Darkspawn. I thought I heard combat. You're the elf I found wandering the forest, aren't you? I'm surprised you have recovered.
You heard the fighting. Why didn't you cut one?
I would have, had I not been battling them myself. Not all the kills here were yours, as you can see. My name is Duncan, and it's a pleasure to finally meet you. The last time we spoke, you were barely conscious.
I was conscious?
Andarana Tishan, Duncan of the Grey Wardens. I am Meryl, the Keeper's apprentice.
And I am Fenarel. Did you come here alone, human? Battling all those creatures?
Yes, though I must admit you took a great deal of pressure off me.
This guy is so
Your keeper
cool.
did not send you after me, did she? I told her I would be in no danger.
We're looking for our brother Tamlin.
So you and your friend Tamlin both entered this cave, and you saw this mirror?
Yes, Tamlin touched the mirror and I blacked out.
I see. That's unfortunate. The Grey Wardens have seen artifacts like this mirror before. It is Tevinter in origin, used for communication. Over time, some of them simply break. They become filled with the same taint as the Darkspawn. Tamlin's touch must have released it. It's what made you sick. And Tamlin too, I presume.
Then we should destroy it.
I agree. So long as the mirror exists, it is a threat to anyone nearby.
I do not fear this sickness. The Keeper knows how to cure it.
She may have weakened it, but she cannot cure it. Your recovery is only temporary. I can sense the sickness in you, and it is spreading. Look inside yourself, and you will see.
Then what should I do?
First, we deal with the mirror. It is a pestilence and a threat. It It is done. Now let's leave this cursed place. I must speak with the Keeper immediately regarding your cure.
What about Tamlin?
There is nothing we can do.
I'm still alive. He could be too.
Let me be very clear. There is nothing you can do for him. He's been tainted for 3 days now, unaided. Through your Keeper's healing arts and your own willpower, you did not die, but Tamlin has no chance. Trust me when I say that he is gone. Now we should return.
Won't there at least be a body?
The Darkspawn would have taken it.
Why would they take his body? Not to eat it, I hope.
Darkspawn are evil creatures, and it's best to leave it at that.
That note will come back
Sorry.
very far down the line on for how dark the Darkspawn gets. Spoilers. Darkspawn are born. I'll let that rattle around in your head for a little bit. Why not? Why not just tell me what the cure is?
It's not that simple. I would tell you more, but I must first speak with your Keeper.
I'm not ready to get the search just yet.
If you prefer, I can wait outside while you look around, but I assure you, he will not be here. I suggest, however, leaving sooner rather than later. You are sick, whether you feel it or not, and it does you no good to linger.
I just want to look around to make sure.
As you wish. I will see you back at camp.
The real reason, though, I want to pick up that loot that I see behind you. Trying to stop me from getting the loot. Nice try, asshole. Ice bolts, Dalish leather belt. Nice. I'll take that. Equip this. Thank you. I'll be wearing that for a long while, by the way. Level. Chipped ice crystal. That will be important later, by the way. He really is gone. But yeah, that chipped ice crystal is technically a weapon, but it's a weapon for a very, very specific character. We'll get into that later. He just didn't want me to get that belt. I saw the sarcophagus. Yes, gather your power and venture forth.
I'm relieved you have returned. And I did not expect to see you again so soon, Duncan.
I was not expecting to return so soon either, Keeper.
Dare I ask of Tamlin? What did you find of him?
If he was alive, the Darkspawn would have killed him.
There were Darkspawn in the cave?
There is much to discuss, Keeper. I have learned a great deal since I was last here.
Let us speak privately within my Aravel, then, Duncan. Merrill, warn the hunters. If Darkspawn are about, I want the clan prepared.
Manuvinen, Keeper. Right away.
Darlene, allow me some time to speak with Duncan. Seek us out at my Aravel later, and we can discuss your cure.
Can we discuss it now?
Because I must talk to your Keeper first. It will not take long.
Tell Haren Pyvel what has occurred. He now has the sad task of preparing a service for the dead. Follow me, Duncan. I'm eager to hear what you have to say.
Alright. You're the quest point continuing, which means we need to go to all these other places first.
You bring sad news. The Hala can sense it. They are restless and...
If only you two never found that cave. It would have been better off undiscovered for another millennia.
You don't know how wrong you are, buddy. Me finding it was honestly the best choice of action. You just don't know it yet.
Oh, thank the creators you're safe. I questioned the Keeper's wisdom at sending you off while you're still sick, but my doubts were misplaced. Tamlin isn't with you. Is it as everyone fears?
Yes, he's gone.
Oh, poor dear. This is horrible news. Please take care of yourself and get better. We can't bear to lose anyone else.
Gordon knows a cure for my illness.
That's good. I thought the shaman's arrival was a bad omen, but perhaps I was wrong. I will see you soon, my dear. You make me very proud.
Yeah.
Again, the Grey Warden returns.
Yes, my dear?
Seems an ill omen.
Who wants to tell her?
I wish we'd had more time to examine those artifacts.
I see you have not returned with young Tamlin. Are we to assume the worst?
Great sir, he will not be found.
A sad day for our clan. I know you and Tamlin were friends. My condolences on your loss.
Thank you, Master Island.
May the creators guide your path.
I'm training Paul.
It was good to meet you.
I should go. That. I do believe that's everything. I could have swore there was like a quest line with the Hala here. I guess not.
I wish we could have found Tamlin. If those creatures... Oh, I can't bear to think about that. Why do you think the Grey Warden won't tell you about this cure? It seems rather cruel to withhold it.
It must be something terrible.
Keeper Marathari won't let him withhold it. I say we get your cure, move the clan north, and put this all behind us. Have you talked to the Keeper and the Grey Warden yet? I wonder what's going to happen.
Why has the Grey Warden returned with you? We have much to do before we can travel.
Where is Tamlin? Is it as we suspected?
Why do we have to leave again? We're always going somewhere.
So you return with the Grey Warden, but without Tamlin. What happened, Dalen? Is he truly lost to us?
It's my fault. I failed the plan.
You've done nothing of the sort, Dalen. Do not blame yourself. It seems the will of the creators that I sing the dirge for those I held in my arms as babes. I think I know why our immortal ancestors would sleep. Swiftly do stars burn a path across the sky, hastening to place one last kiss upon your eye. Tenderly land enfolds you in slumber, softening the rolling thunder. Dagger now sheathed, bow no longer tense. During this, your last hour, only silence.
Or sounding silence. I'm sorry. I had an opportunity. I had to take it. I don't recognize that poem.
Our ancestors did not age as we do. The Shemlen brought a quickening to our blood that changed us forever. Instead of death, those weary of life would pass into Uthanera, the waking slumber. In doing this, they made way for the young. It was supposed to be a beautiful time, a celebration of the Elder's long life and contribution to his people. Alas, we have no such ceremonies these days.
Will you prepare service for Tamlin, please?
Of course. We've no body to return to the soil, but we shall still sing for Tamlin. The creators must come to guide him to the beyond. Tell the Keeper, it shall be done before the clan is ready to move on.
What if Tamlin isn't dead?
We shall sing for him anyway, and pray he does not suffer. I ask only one thing, if I may. This Grey Warden. You have met him now, yes? Is he a good man?
A very. He saved my life. He is a friend to the clan.
Interesting. What is it he talks to the Keeper about, I wonder? Perhaps you should go and ask.
What do you know about Darkspawn?
Only that they eat living flesh. In the last blight long ago...
I should go.
Of course.
Oh, by the way, the reason why these characters' names are white and this one is yellow and orange is kind of showing their difficulty rating. Difficulty is like, I want to say like 1 or 2 levels above you. Orange is like 3 to 4 levels above you. And then there's a color that we're very rarely going to see of red, which is like 6, 7, 8 levels above you. Basically, if it's red, 99% of the time you should not be fighting it.
Your keeper and I have spoken, and we've come to an arrangement that concerns you. My order is in need of help. You are in need of a cure. When I leave, I hope you will join me. You would make an excellent Grey Warden.
Me, a Grey Warden? This is
madness. This is not madness, Dalen. Your survival depends on it.
The Darkspawn taint courses through your veins. That you recovered at all is remarkable. But eventually the taint will sicken and kill you, or worse. The Grey Wardens can prevent that. But it means joining us.
Can't you just give me the cure?
The cure is only found by joining the Grey Wardens. As sole protectors against the Darkspawn, we're granted some immunity to the taint. But this is not charity. We enlist only the worthy, and you have certainly proven yourself. Should you join, it's unlikely you'll ever be able to return here.
Is the clan sending me away?
A great army of Darkspawn gathers in the south. A new blight threatens the land. We cannot outrun this storm. Long ago, the Dalish agreed to aid the Grey Wardens against a blight should that day arrive. We must honor that agreement. It breaks my heart to send you away, as it would to watch you die slowly from this sickness. This is your duty and your salvation.
This is all I've ever known. This is my home.
A home that Darkspawn may tear apart. This way you can find a cure and protect your clan. Have courage.
I cannot express my sadness at sending one of our daughters off into such danger. Away from the clan that loves her. But if this is what the Creators intend for you, Dalen, meet your destiny with your head held high. No matter where you go, you are Dalish. Never forget that.
Please don't cast me away.
I am sorry, Dalen.
Very well. You leave me no choice. I hereby invoke the right of conscription.
And I witness and acknowledge your invocation, Duncan of the Grey Wardens.
I'm sorry this was not your choice, but the Darkspawn threat is simply too great.
You can't make me serve against my will?
I will drag you kicking and screaming to Ostagar if I must. Would you rather die here and sicken your own people?
I know you'll do your clan proud, Dalen. Take this ring. It is your heritage, and will protect you against the darkness to come.
A valuable gift. So, are you ready to go?
Will I just stay for Tamlin's funeral?
We have much ground to cover, but I cannot deny you that. Say your farewells. Then we must be off.
Come then, Dalen. Before the Creators guide you from us, let your clan embrace you one last time.
Basically, that rite he just did is an ancient what's it called? It's an ancient Grey Warden treaty kind of thing that says, hey, if I say you gotta go, you gotta go. My cheese looks so fucking ashy, man.
We will be traveling south.
It's like how it's effectively
to the ruin of
drafted.
Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kalen. I didn't expect
a royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is she?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name?
I'm no friends of yours, human lord.
You've got yourself a lively one, Duncan. And I was beginning to think the wardens were all stodgy priests. You are Dalish, are you not? I hear your people possess remarkable skill and honor.
You know the Dalish King, Kalen?
I wish I knew more, but your people aren't exactly fond of mine. For good reason. I tell you this, you are very welcome here. The Grey Wardens will benefit greatly with you amongst them. I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Not doing a good job.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
It sounds like the Blight's almost over.
I'm not even sure this is a true Blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
This game is not even being fucking coy.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
Yet you don't sound very reassured.
Despite the victories so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
Why not? He seems to regard the Grey Wardens highly.
Yet not enough to wait for reinforcements from the Grey Wardens of Orlais. He believes our legend alone makes him invulnerable. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can, and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
A hot meal would be nice.
I agree. We have until nightfall to begin the ritual. Every recruit must go through a secret ritual we call the joining in order to become a Grey Warden. The joining is what will cure you of the suffering your tainted blood surely brings you. If it had been possible, I would have done it before now.
Why is the ritual so secret?
The joining is dangerous. I cannot speak more of it except to say that you will learn all in good time. Until then, you must trust that what is done is necessary.
Why didn't you tell me about this gear before?
It is a secret, and it is not a simple antidote. The joining is what will make you a Grey Warden.
Am I the only recruit you have?
No, there are 2 other recruits here already. They have been waiting for us to arrive.
What do you need me to do?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.
Alright. Achievement corrupted. And here we are in Ostagar, effectively being forced to take this blood, cure or die. Literally against my will at that. So, hey.
Well met.
Well met.
Hail to you.
Turns out people are a lot less racist when you're gonna be spilling blood and like literally fighting alongside them. Go figure, right?
Hail, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought. This place hasn't seen such bustle in centuries, I'll wager. Need a hand getting anywhere?
Where's Duncan's tent?
Not far. It's straight ahead, just past the royal encampment. Most of your fellas are in the valley with the army, but the recruits seem to be staying up here for now.
Look for a Grey Warden named Alistair.
Try heading north. I think he was sent with a message to the mages.
Tell me about Ostagar.
Used to be a fortress a long time ago, so I understand. Back in the days when the Wilders used to invade the lowlands. You were just on the eastern side of the ruin. The Tower of Ishal is there, but Teyrn Loghain's closed it off until the battle. This side is the King's camp. We've got the Grey Wardens here, the Circle of Magi, the Chantry. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting somebody important.
Do I hear dogs barking?
This is Ferelden, isn't it? The King has his kennels on the west side of camp. Stinks from all the hounds. These aren't cute puppies, though. Some of those dogs bite the darkspawn and get too much of that blood in them. It's like poison. Slow, painful death. Terrible.
Is there anywhere I can get supplies?
Quartermaster. He's just a bit to the northwest.
Where's the King?
Probably in his tent. He and Tairn Loghain are on the southwest side of the camp. The King likes to spend time with his soldiers, though. Sometimes even without his bodyguards. Drives Tairn Loghain wild, that does.
Circle of Magi's here?
A few mages, yes. They even brought those creepy quiet fellows, the Tranquil. Gives me the shivers when they talk, all cold and even. They're to the north of here, bunched up with a herd of
there are
Templars
mages who
glaring
fear
at
their
them.
power.
Can't miss it.
Of what possibly being, corrupted by demons or possessed by demons. So what they do is go through a ritual called the silencing, the quieting, or the tranquiling, where effectively you lose your connection to have magic. You lose your ability to do magic. It gets literally cut from you, right? And because it gets cut from you, you lose basically our connection to that magical realm called the Fade is what gives us all our emotions, our happiness, our sadness, our anger, etc., etc. That's what the spirits are there. They're literally beings that affect our emotions. They are our emotions. So when you cut that off, you become this monotone, cold being. It's a little bit creepy. I want to ask something else.
Go on then.
I'll be on my way.
Good luck to you then.
Alright, that said, I think we've reached a good stopping point. So, we've made it to Ostagar. We're going to find out what this cure is and why it's apparently so secret. I know why it's secret. You'll find out soon. Either way, I want everyone out there to have a good morning, evening, day, or night wherever you're at. But for right now, I'm out. Later.